So today I wanted to do a little video about how I created my health log. Um, I discovered this past fall as I was going to all the different doctors to try and get a diagnosis that having a place where I could keep all of my health information in one place was really, really helpful. And so I decided to go ahead and make a health log that I keep in this heavy duty D-ring binder. Teal is my favorite color if you can't tell. So I've got this teal binder. I like this one because it's got the pocket, so I've got places I can keep things in the front, like discs of imaging tests or anything like that. And then it's sort of a hodgepodge of a couple different materials, and I'll make sure to link all of the materials and resources I've used down in the description. But so basically, it's at its guts, it's a plum paper monthly planner. And so there's year at a glance pages. That's 2019, so there's not really anything in there yet, but 2018, you can see I can track particular things using just a legend that makes sense to me. So days of period flow, days that I'm fasting, appointments, things like that. Then there's also, in the plum paper part of it, special dates. So I use that to keep track of appointments that I have coming up, which at the moment, you can tell there are really not a whole lot, which is great because that means that my health has been really doing pretty good these last few months now that I've actually got a diagnosis and I've been feeling a lot better. Then there is the monthly portion. So I really love this huge, big spread for each month. So there's plenty of room, even after putting in stickers and things, to write down notes like if there was a doctor's appointment or even medications I took that day or important symptoms or things that flared up on that particular day. And again, I would circle days for when I'm fasting or if I'm on my period, those sorts of information. You can see I use stickers to track water drinking, these stickers to track my steps on a weekly basis rather than a daily basis. And then on the opposite end of the week, there's these stickers to help me track my weight. I'm not actively trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to eat healthier in general. So I only want to weigh myself once a week and make sure that I'm not losing weight too quickly, or I'm able to maintain weight in certain instances, because I don't want to be losing weight at a crazy rate. And then the next section is for a habit tracker. There's not anything in here yet because the month of June hasn't started, but I'll pick some habits that I want to follow, like no soda, drinking plenty of water, doing range of motion exercises every day, and I'll put those in there. And then the next important section is the symptom log. And so this is another place where I added stuff in that wasn't part of the original plum paper planner, but I really, really like this symptom tracker. I was actually able to find it on an Etsy store, and I'll again link all of this in the description. So the girl who ran the Etsy store had a very similar symptom tracker already in her store, but I was able to get her to personalize it in a way that really works for what I'm trying to track. So you can see there's a pain symptom log here, and you can even code it for like the nature of the pain. This was part of her original, and I really, really liked it, and it was one of the reasons that I picked her particular design. Then there's a rating system for how did you sleep, how is your pain, how is your fatigue, how is your brain fog, how is your IBS, and how is your mood. And then just a free form section, so you could say, oh, my shoulder was really nagging me in the morning, but it got better by the afternoon, etc. I also have 2 check marks up at the top, again, for fasting and when I'm on my period. Then there's an activity tracker. This one is part of what I personalized. I wanted to be able to track times that I spent working on mobility work, so yoga, range of motion exercises. I also did a strength section, so when I'm doing weights at the gym, or even if I'm just doing some squats at home, I give myself credit for that. Cardio is for like time spent really working on cardio. So this past weekend I did some swimming over the Memorial Day weekend. So I put swimming laps and water aerobics there. And then steps is just overall movement through the day based on the steps that my Fitbit tracker tracks. There's part for your food diary and logging your water. And then this was another part that I personalized, which is my medication tracker. So I can put the name of the prescription or the supplement in here, and then I have a place to put the dose, and then there's boxes for morning, afternoon, and evening. And then along the bottom, there's a place for vital signs. So it includes weight, temperature, blood pressure, heart rate, and mood down in that section. Then the next section is notes, and I really like this really nice note-taking paper that came with the Plum Paper Planner. I think it's really high quality, but this is a place for me to write questions that I might have for one of my doctors as they come up, and also a place to put their answers, just general ideas and resources that I might find, books that I would want to read. So this is a great place to keep track of those things. And then in the very back of the notes section, it has this dot grid paper, which I am obsessed with. I love dot grid paper. I use it for taking notes in class and everything. But my plan is to use this dot grid paper in a few months, and when I have more data points from the other things like my symptom tracker and the monthly logs, I can kind of compile them and see if there's any trend lines happening. If I feel better or worse on days that I exercise, if I feel better or worse on days I take certain supplements or certain symptoms are happening. So I just wanted to try and track some trend lines using the dot grid paper to make some graphs, because I'm a nerd and I like graphs. So the very last section is just contacts. It's your usual sort of contacts page, but I use the front side to list out my healthcare providers. So my primary care, any specialists that I go to see, my eye doctor, physical therapist, and I also put my insurance information on this page. So I've got it all handy, because when you go to a new doctor, or even sometimes when you're going to a doctor that you've been to for a while, they want to make sure they're up to date with all of their contact information. So rather than having to try and dig it all out of my phone, I can just come here and have it all ready to go. And then on the back side, I use this for my in case of emergency contacts. I keep this binder with me most of the time at work. And then it's also usually in the car with me when I'm going someplace. So God forbid there's an accident or I have to go to the hospital for some reason unexpectedly, I've got my in case of emergency contacts here, where they're easy to find and read, even if, God forbid, I'm unconscious and I can't really be helping out in that situation. And then the last thing is just a password section. I haven't really used this. I'm not sure if I will, but if I do, I will use it to keep track of website and login information for patient portals, because I really want to keep this binder just about health information. So it wouldn't be bank statements or emails or anything like that. It's going to be just patient portals for the different doctors that I go see and the different patient portals that they have available. So that is it. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. And again, I will put all of the resources that I used linked down in the description. As always, this is not a sponsored video. I paid for all of these products myself out of pocket, so that you know that my review is reliable. But I do sometimes take advantage of affiliate and referral links when I'm linking to a product that after trying it, I heartily recommend. So just always keep that in mind. And those affiliate and referral links just help me to keep this blog going. So thanks so much, guys, for stopping by. And hopefully we will see you on our next video.